welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Northern Illinois Huskies, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Bulldogs offense will have the football first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the back from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense.
Breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Taylor wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Throws to the wideout. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. So the Northern Illinois Huskies offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Second down, he'll throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Rodgers. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Ryan's a big tight end. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Huskies will have it first and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Givens. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Behind the chains now on second and long. Just keeps slinging it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is good.
Oh, he's got some space. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Finds the tight end. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. And now on second down for this offense. The give to the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Taylor wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Thompson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Nose is ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
That's caught. It's Davis. There he goes. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Taylor wants to throw it. Under fire. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete in the middle. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. Fourth and goal from the 4. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And the Huskies buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Gives them a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right on the money. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The play-action fake. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Holds it in and looking upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive.
Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Unloads it left. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be fourth down. Good right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. The give. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Under fire. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch right at the 50. And the returner goes down. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Gets the back moving. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Taylor wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thompson. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. New set of downs after the completion. They believe they can run right here. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Pocket breaking down. Pulls it in. It's Duke. Crosses the 35. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Snagged on the outside. It's Duke. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Bringing the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll field the punt and take it back. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Taylor wants to throw it. Quickly complete. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. The Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught near the sticks. It's Thompson. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Shepard. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Shepard. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Timeout, Mississippi State. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out and get a stop and change the complexity of this game.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good. But man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and miss this ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think
he's loose. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to go up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. What will the offense dial up on third and goal? Taylor wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult.
Sneaks it in.
And how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. Fourth down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
Firing to the right, complete. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball downfield on first down. Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Power football with the run. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll give it to the back. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're going to test the right side with this one. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Taylor wants to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Thompson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He might want another play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. The run from the shotgun. Shakes off the defender. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. Trying to get rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Quick release on the RPO. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Got the quick pass. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. first snap of this drive comes from the 32. Handoff to the lone back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looking to throw on first down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
This time it's complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Duke. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He wants to throw it again. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the fourth quarter. You're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. He works his way inside with 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He leaves it with the back. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Taylor wants to throw. He's got it on the move. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, it looks like they're going to start this season 4-0. And you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
Jumped on top of the pile. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Encroachment defense.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. Finds his big tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. To the air on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Floating away. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Northern Illinois putting together a threat in the red zone. To the air on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. The Huskies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And that is back-to-back sacks. You get down on this part of the field, man. You want to keep going forward. You want to make sure you put yourself in a good situation. Hopefully they go for it if you need to on fourth down. But now you're putting yourself really behind the 8 ball with back-to-back sacks.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They'll try the left side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going if they get it out to the 36. First down here for the offense. They'll ride the hot hand. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running to the left. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. 4th down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up.